Chile. I'm Leslie and I'll be doing today's Instagram takeover.
So just a little about me. I'm 24 years old and I'm from California. I moved to Chile in 2019 and I've been living here in Pisco ever since I arrived. So I'm from a big city from California. So moving here was definitely a big change, but it is so pretty here and so quiet. So I've grown to love it. I'll give you guys a tour a little bit later, but you can see that the mountains are absolutely stunning and so cute every morning. The sun hits beautifully. It's really cold in the mornings and at night, but it's pretty much sunny every single day. So as a Cali girl, it's like a must-have. So one of my favorite things about moving to Latin America has been like the change of pace. Things are so much slower up here. It's gonna be 10 a.m. and I've had a nice morning to myself, cleaning up a bit, making breakfast, and that's kind of how it is around here. Like, you can't really go to a store early in the morning because it's not gonna be open, and everything closes around 2 p.m. because people go home and take naps. So I am all about that life now. But now I'll give you guys a little house tour. So we live, there's like a gate, and there's this house and my neighbor's house, and here's the front. So welcome. So this house was completely furnished, which was a big plus. We did bring everything from the kitchen, but like the tables, the couch, the beds, it all was. So I usually work from this couch. I'll bring like one of those chairs over there to make a little desk. And then I love this table, very cozy and cute. I'm drinking some cafecito with some cookies from here, which are my fave. And yeah, here's our little kitchen. It's comfortable. And of course, you always have those beautiful views. And here's the bedroom. Bright green walls. But of course, big windows, which is nice. The house came with a closet, so good for storage. And then here's the bathroom. We added that mirror to make it, I don't know, nicer. And then here's this extra bedroom that we use just for storage and doing laundry. But yeah, that's literally the whole house. It's perfect, I think, and very comfortable. Pisco is about 2.5 hours away from a big city. So a big plus is that there are a lot of like trucks that come with fresh produce and like other grocery store items like rice or tuna, cleaning supplies, todo eso. So yesterday was the day that the truck with the produce came, and we got some tomatoes and some lemons, some apples, oranges, and some other veggies that I put in the fridge, but that's one of my favorite things about it. So now I'm actually going to start getting some work done. So in the meantime, I just put the Ask Me Anything sticker, and you can ask away, and I'll start answering those questions throughout the day. Hello, I'm back. I was getting some work done outside because it's a nice day today. So I'm going to start answering some of the most common questions, and then I'll start answering the rest. So I did the online ITA course at the end of 2018 and finished it. Well, I actually finished it here in Chile when I already had the job, but I highly recommend it because I was able to keep working, doing everything that I needed to do before deciding to move abroad. It also gave me time to pick the country and figure myself out. I chose Chile because I wanted to be in a Spanish-speaking country, and as a Mexican-American first generation, I wanted it to still feel homey, I guess. So it's like a similar culture to my Mexican. I I applied to be on English. They had a regional program here in the Elqui Valley. I originally thought I was going to stay in Santiago, which is like the capital of the big city. But when they offered me the position here, it just sounded like a nice change. So, and I still... So I just finished working and now we're gonna go on a field trip to go recycle and walk around for a bit. So in Pisco, we are in fase uno, which means that you need a permission to go outside. But this village is so small that it's kind of okay. So we're just gonna go down the street so you can see a bit more of Pisco. So let's go. Here is the fig tree that we have in the backyard. There was also a lemon tree back there and a peach tree that is getting dry because it's practically winter. So just got some fresh rosemary from my neighbors, which is really nice. And now we're gonna go recycle. So right before you come in or leave, you can see all the beautiful grapes. So summer was delicious. So in Chile, you can have like outdoor time from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. So in front of my, there's this little like soccer field, basketball. They do all sorts of things there. So teens always come out to skateboard in the morning. You can hear them at like 6 in the morning. And lucky for me, the recycling is literally in front of my house. So here we go. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go walk around. So there's our house. And up we go. I remember when I first came or moved here to the Valle, I would use the murals to like find myself. Even though Pisco is really small, you can literally walk around the whole thing in like 20-ish minutes. I'm tired already. There's so many hills. That is so cute. I got a lot of questions about social life, and it's been rough because of the pandemic, and this is such a small village that people couldn't come in. There was like a barrier so that no one could come in, and during the summer there was a ton of tourism, but now that we're back in quarantine, it's completely closed. So I do have friends, but I can't see them because they don't live in this exact village or they live in the city. So it's been a bit rough. But luckily I live with my boyfriend, and our neighbors are really, really kind. We're all like the same age. So we do have people to hang out with. But now we're gonna get bread. And now we're at my favorite place in the whole Valle, the only place where you can get sourdough bread. Pan La Rebeldia, the local bakery. We have some ciabatta today. And there's the baker. Hi, baker, who's also my boyfriend and love of my life. So it is a good life. We have our pancito. We're gonna go home and go to the almacén. So there's no grocery stores here. It's a tiny village. So the nearest city is like because of the permissions you have to get and the quarantine. So I go like once a month. Look, there's our neighbor. Hello. So now I'm walking through the poblacion, which is like the neighborhood where the majority of people here in Pisco live. And when I first moved here, I used to live in one of these houses, and it was so because the almacén is right around the corner. So only one person can be in there at a time. And this is usually where I get like my daily fruits and veggies, whatever I need that I don't get in a large quantity from the truck. And today I brought my glass Coca-Cola bottle and get a new one. Ahora sí, I'm home. I won't be leaving the house anymore, so I can answer all of your questions. So regarding the visa, I arrived in Chile 2 years ago, so since then a lot has changed. I genuinely can't keep up. Even when I was doing my visa extension, there were so many different laws. It's something you need to be checking on the Extranjería website on practically a daily basis. So I'll leave the link so you can swipe up and see more there. And regarding job opportunities, ITAs, country Facebook groups are where you need to be. That is how I found my job. That's how I met people here in Chile also. So definitely join a Facebook group. Even if you just kind of feel like going to a country, join that group. I'm like in multiple because I was undecided at the time, and that's how I found my job. So the ITA community is who you need to network with. I work at Beyond English. I've been working with them since I arrived in Chile, and there are so many great things. One of my favorite things and what drew my attention is the fact that they're a B Corp. So it's like a social enterprise. They are trying to make a difference in the world. So being a part of that mission, what more can you ask for? You can learn more about Beyond English on the website, where you can find anything and everything about the methodology, working with us, the mission statement, all of that. So I'll leave the link so you can swipe up and see for yourself. But what I'd love to share is that Beyond English believes in a better class for a better world, and we definitely take pride in how we practice this. We do intercultural exchanges in our classes for both kids and adults. We're feedback-based, and we teach and practice the growth mindset. So it's such a positive environment for literally everyone. Beyond English currently teaches both kids and adults. I work with kids. That program is called Be Classmates, and it is so amazing to work with kids. I love literally all of my students. They're all so great, and their ages range from 4 to 14, so I never have a boring day. They're all so sweet and so excited to keep learning. Classes with Be Classmates are based on 2 parts. So there's a one-on-one time with an English-speaking TEFL certified teacher, and the other part is an intercultural exchange. So we don't do tests. Instead, kids do videos to practice their English. And so we share the videos that they make with their students in the US. So our students in the US respond to them in English, and so they get to practice their English with a native English speaker, making friends around the world, which is so encouraging for them and a big motivator, of course. And our students in the US who are learning Spanish make videos in Spanish, and we share those videos with our students here in Chile so that they answer them in Spanish. So everyone's practicing their target languages and feel experts and empowered of their own language and their culture. Kids classes are 30 minutes and adult classes are 1 hour. We do both individual and group classes for adults. And we're currently hiring. So if you want to join this amazing team and change people's lives, work with kids, practice intercultural exchange, then I highly encourage you to apply. I'm going to leave the link so you can swipe up and check out everything you need to know about. Some of the things that you'll need to apply are a TEFL certification. So congrats, you're already one step closer. Your resume and cover letter, bachelor's degree, letter of recommendation, and there's a 3-part video pitch that you're encouraged to do in Spanish because like intermediate Spanish is recommended for this job. You'll see the questions on the link. Everything you need to know about applying is on this link. Pisco is so small that you literally just walk around and ask for information. Like you could walk around and ask, does anyone know where you can find avocados or nuts or a house? And people in the street will tell you. Something that I didn't mention before is that Beyond English is now an ed tech, so we are 100% online, which gives you a ton of flexibility because you can live wherever you want. When I moved here, I used to teach in schools in person, but now that we're 100% online, I was able to keep living here because of a personal choice. So with BE, you can live anywhere and teach online. Like I said before, I wanted to be in a country that was Spanish speaking because I'm bilingual, so that was one of my biggest reasons for moving to Chile. I do miss a big city because everything dies down here around 7 p.m. But life here is so much more tranquilo. You have time to think, to cook, to do things that in a big city you can't really because of the traffic, just the faster pace of a city. So I'm feeling very grateful to be in a place where there's no honking, it's quiet, tranquilo. The most traffic we have is when there are horses or sheep or something. So you take some, you lose some. All right, guys, I DM'd you all with responses to your questions. If you have any more, please feel free to reach out at my personal account, and I'd be more than happy to keep chatting with you guys. This was so much fun. I hope you had fun and enjoyed this as much as I did. And with that, good night. Buenas noches.